Welcome back to the Raider Hoops Report with Coach Raz Vanderloo. And Coach, we're about 2/3 of the way through the season now, kind of winding down, and I always like to kind of take a look at where you've started, where you came from, or where you came from to where you are now, and looking forward. You've got, I know coming into the season, you had a couple major injuries, and I think the outsiders look at that and says, "Oh no, what's going to become of East basketball with two of the starters out with football injuries?" Then things sort of fell into place, and with the move of Chase Curran back to the 4, and Ike up to the 5 now. So, kind of just looking back, where have you seen this team go from where you thought it was going to be at the beginning of the year to where it's come?
Well, from the beginning, when you lose a player like Greg Kerwin, you're like, what can you? But I knew we had good kids, and we had tough kids that have won a lot of games, and I mean, we weren't throwing in the towel by any means. We would love to have Greg back, but we don't have a magic wand to make that happen. So, we prepared a little bit without him, and we fought through the first, quarter of the season. I think we did a good job fighting through that, and then since after Christmas, I think we played real well, and I think now everyone's kind of in their natural spots. You mentioned Chase Curran going from the 5 to the 4, which I think is his natural position, and he's done a very good job there in the 4 or 5 games since Ike's become eligible. Like I said, Chase is. I think he's more comfortable there. It's more his position. And we've had his best games of the year have been just as of recent. So we anticipate that getting better as we go along. Our guard play, the nights when we shoot the 3 well, we've got a really good team, and I don't anticipate that. I don't see that dropping off a lot. When it does, like I said, our 2 inside guys, I'll match them up with anybody. I don't care where they're from. With Ike and Chase in there, Chase is more of a stronger, kind of a bull type guy. Ike is obviously a lot taller, long armed guy. So we got kind of a good mix and match in there, and we're not afraid to throw it inside or shoot the 3.
And as you got to shoot particular shooters of this team, we've seen Andre Harris step up from behind the 3-point range, and Wyatt can pretty much shoot from wherever he wants on the court. And when you got a player like Wyatt, I know you have design plays and things like that, but Wyatt's a guy that has a green light, and if he's got an open shot, he'll take it. Is that something that you kind of build into your plays? Is there ever a play that's just designed for Wyatt to go shoot, or is that just always the default if he has a shot?
I think Wyatt thinks that's every play, but no, we've got a lot of set plays where we try to find a mismatch or something where we can screen some people and bring somebody off that, but. Wyatt has the ball in his hands so much, being one of the guards, and he's been told if if there's a seam to the hoop or you're wide open at the arc, shoot it. I think set plays are good when you have nothing else. Our first option is trying to get baskets in transition. So we rebound at the other end. We try to push it out, get it out down the side as fast as we can. We'll take layups before any set play. If that don't work, then we try to set something up, run a play. During that play, if someone has like I said, a layup or a wide open, 15-footer, 12-footer, whatever it might be, they have the option of shooting it. Now we're hoping they don't force up some crazy shot, but like I said, if they're wide open or the defense switches and they don't get recovered well enough and you're open, shoot it. So there's nobody doesn't have the option of shooting.
Well, we saw it several times Friday night against Heelan, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, but somebody would put up a shot. Jordan Betts is already sprinting down to the other end, and Ike gets the rebound and nails him in stride, and you get a basket in transition. Like I say, sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but when it works, that's very good awareness of being able to look up and figuring, all right, that's 90% chance it's going in, Betts sprinting the other way.
No, you're right, and we encourage that if the runner down the court is wide open. It's when they're not and that throw goes down there, that's when we're kind of going, let's maybe work the other way. Ike has a tendency of rebounding that ball. He's always looking deep. I mean, that's you don't got to tell him to look deep. He's looking deep. If they're wide open, I understand, but sometimes when there's 3 or 4 guys running around back there, let's try it the old school way and get it up the court and see if we can score that way. So, at times that's a very good option. At times we need to kind of go the other way.
And we get a radar gun out there because he can whiz that ball.
I think it's something to do with the baseball. I mean, he's a big kid and he just fires it down there, and I'm not sure we all know where it's going all the time, but he's firing it down there. I know that.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll look ahead to the week ahead.